As you can tell, my parents and family are here for Thanksgiving. So. Hey everybody. So, speaking of people all up in your personal space, I wanted to talk about the public real quick. The normies, the muggles, the people who don't know what FPV is, and how we deal with them when we're out flying FPV. Whether you're flying FPV, flying a camera drone, or even line of sight, you're going to attract the attention of people nearby. And they're all gonna have questions and wanna know all about what you're doing. And yes, all their questions are dumb as all get out. But you have to remember that our hobby's not yet mainstream. It's going through the same thing vaping did a few years ago, and it's rife with misconceptions. We may steep ourselves in knowledge and know all sorts of interesting and esoteric facts about it, but Joe Public barely understands what a drone or a quadcopter or a RC airplane even is, let alone what the differences are, and what each one's capable of. We may know the difference between a wing and a racing quad and a DJI product, but to Joe Public, all of them are spy cameras and used to attack the bad guys, like Predator drones and stuff. I mean, have you seen that US Army commercial that came out recently?
But only one team in the world has what it takes to succeed, no matter what gets in their way.
I actually own one of those. Hang on, I actually have one of those. And it's right here. You might recognize it. It's the one you pick up at Brookstone or a mall kiosk for about 10 bucks. And they're making it look like this thing has a 4K camera on it that's, you know, running super zoom and everything. And no, there's no camera. If there was, I'd have like 20 of them. But that's what Joe Public knows. Personally, I think we should all take the time to answer their questions and educate them, as opposed to closing off, hiding, and being annoyed. Especially the children. They're the ones who are gonna run up with no regard. I get interrupted all the time. Huh? Yeah.
I'm not
Hey.
This is a white helicopter.
But yeah, this is an FPV drone. I'm actually looking at the where I'm flying through these goggles on my head, and I'm looking out of that camera. Get out of the way a little bit here so you guys can play.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
That's all good.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, I'll fly.
We'd like to see it fly.
I'll fly the rest of my pack.
We need one of those. Playing on the park.
Really?
And we went to the. And we also went.
We're gonna have to work on that.
Need some practice.
Landing's difficult.
Thanks guys so much.
Oh man, it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good.
And yeah, it's the kids I'm stopping and engaging with and chatting with. The thing you might not see in those clips is the parents. They're hanging just within earshot, watching and listening intently as I speak to their kids. Of course, it starts as a, "What the hell is this young man doing talking to my kids? Is he a creeper flying a drone and spying on children? I hear these guys spying people's windows with these drones." But as they're listening to make sure I'm not some sort of pedophile or creeper or anything like that who's trying to spy on the neighbors, when their kids ran up to me, mind you, they overhear the fact that this one I'm flying here tumbles through the air and does flips and loop-de-loops and dodges trees like Star Wars at 90 miles an hour while I'm answering the questions from the goofy kids, you know. How fast is it? How high does it go? How do you see when you're flying it? Can I touch it? You can oftentimes see the adults start to become intrigued. They then see me pull out my phone and show the kids some of the actual video footage, and 90% of the time they'll walk up behind this little impromptu audience that I've got and watch. And suddenly you can see the wheels start turning in their head. That seems really interesting. I know my insert family member here is really interested in RC things. I wonder what it takes to get into this hobby. And so they ask. And here's where you start getting the real questions. Where did you learn about it? How much practice does it take? Where can I get one? Are there any rules or laws against flying these things? You know, they'll mention their cousin, their nephew, their niece, who's gonna find this really cool, and they want as much information as they can get. And now you have someone who's more knowledgeable and curious, as opposed to thinking that these things are all death machines out to steal Joe Public's naked pictures. And the Cincher, at this point, I'm looking to carry some sort of FPV screen here so I can actually show them a flight in real time, you know, give them a ride along. So they can really see how incredibly different it is to fly this drone than it is to try and spy in someone's bathroom. You get to show off and you get to educate the public on what FPV and camera drones and wings really are. They're not high-tech, creepy spy tools and shooter killer weapons, but a really interesting hobby that's a lot of fun and doesn't really harm anyone. And how different it is from what they hear about with the idiots in the news and the people who are actually doing stupid things with these. And that's just one scenario. I also take the time to say hello to any dog walkers, joggers, anybody who crosses my path, just to point out that I'm not some creeper and I am paying attention to the area around me. Any positive experience Joe Public has with us in the hobby is a good thing. It's a tick in the public acceptance column. So the next time some kids or dog walker or anything stops and starts asking you stupid questions, you should engage with them. Get excited that they want to know something, and engage with them. Tell them as much as you can about it. Let them know that we aren't all idiots and creepers, but that most of us are just RC pilots who want to go out and have a bit of fun. But that's pretty much all I have for today. I actually want to say a couple of things real quick, and that's first off, thank you all for the 200 subscribers. I know I totally missed that. I was getting ready for Thanksgiving with the family and everything coming over, and it just kind of zoomed right by. But thank you, you guys are awesome. Let's keep this going. I love entertaining you guys, and let's do it some more. And secondly, if you guys have anything you want me specifically to talk about on these Wednesday chats, go ahead and leave that down in the comments below. I do read everything, I respond to everything, so let me know what you want me to talk about. It can be anything except like politics. I don't really want to get into that. But that's pretty much all I got for now. So if you like what I'm doing, go ahead and leave me a like down below. And if you want to see my videos as they come out, go ahead and click that subscribe button over Darth Maul's face there. That'll help me out a lot too. But that's all I got for today, so I'll see all you guys and gals on the flip side.